Hello, everybody. Happy Thursday afternoon. Hope yours is going well. We've got another video to get to today, but first, we just hit 2,080 subscribers to the YouTube channel. I said 2,080, even though this says 2,070. It's a little behind YouTube stats, which do say that we have hit 2,080, so shout out to all the subscribers, and of course, special tip of the cap goes to the 31 channel members, including elite channel members HaWKxXAsYLuM, Brandon Mikel, Rip, Scott Todd, VGK Tigers, and Hasher for MVP. Alright, it is that time of the week once again. Road to 150. How did the Seahawks pass rush do in this most recent week against the New York Jets, and how is it looking overall? First, the Seahawks actually played another fairly normal game in terms of their opportunities to rush the passer. 2 in a row now. So that's interesting. The New York Jets only dropped back to pass 30 times against the Seahawks. 26 pass attempts, 3 sacks, and 1 QB scramble. So 30 pass attempts doesn't create that many opportunities to get at the QB. So the number this week is going to be a little lower than it has in some prior weeks, but in terms of percentages, it was actually pretty good, not amazing. I wanted to see a little bit more pressure on Darnold, but it's important to keep context in mind. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right in. Rasheem Green, nothing new against the Jets. He remains stagnant at 6. Benson Mayowa, however, picked up 2 QB pressures against the Jets. He's at 17 on the season. If you factor in the simple fact that he's gotten injured and missed a few games, he's actually having a pretty solid season in terms of getting reliable pressure on the opposing quarterback. So shout out to Benson Mayowa. In a season that has seen the pass rush do this and do that, he's been a fairly consistent force when he's actually been able to stay on the field. LJ Collier, he's been stagnant for a few weeks now. Not happy with what I'm seeing from LJ right now. He really hasn't done much of anything the last couple weeks to put his footprint on the game at all. So, little concerned about that. Little disappointed that he seems to have hit a rookie wall. And I put rookie in quotations marks because he's not really a rookie, but this feels like his rookie season. But yeah, he's definitely slowed down. Not slowing down right now is Alton Robinson, however. He picked up a pressure against the Jets. He's now at 7, which exceeds my meager expectations for him in 2020. So I got to give it up to Alton Robinson. He's making his impact known on the 2020 Seahawks. Demontre Moore did not play. He's getting back this week, though. And watch out for that to be a bigger deal than some people are thinking. Demontre Moore was playing pretty decent football when he was allowed to play for the Seahawks earlier this year. So now that we have him back, that may end up being quite meaningful for the 2020 Seahawks after all. Jarran Reed picked up, I believe, 1 QB pressure against the Jets. Yeah, 1. So he continues marching towards a pretty mediocre season that will probably see him get cut this offseason. But he is playing better lately. I want to give him credit where credit is due. Jarran Reed is making more impact in these games lately, but still not up to where I was hoping for in 2020. Poona Ford, nothing new from Poona in the pass rush department. Brian Monet did not play. Darrell Taylor did not play. Shaquem Griffin coming through with his first ever, I believe, regular season sack. So Shaquem Griffin now got up to 3 QB pressures on the season. I was expecting more once he got declared active for the Cowboys game back in week 3, but he did come through with a nice play against the Jets. Anthony Rush is off the team. Bullard got to play a little bit against the Jets because of garbage time, but nothing new there. Dunlap did not play. Damon Harrison finally made some plays against the Jets, but still no QB pressures. Wasn't really expecting a ton from him in that department anyway, but so far nothing from him. And that gets us to the end of the defensive line. Overall, they're well on pace to be somewhat disappointing in 2020, but still 3 games left. All right, now we move on to the linebackers. This is going to be quick. Bobby Wagner picked up 1 QB pressure against the Jets, and nobody else contributed in this category to the pass rush. I will say this. Jordan Brooks had his first career sack taken off the board due to a penalty, and that's unfortunate. This obviously would have been his first ever QB pressure as well, but is what it is. All right, now cornerback. This will be even quicker. No cornerbacks getting pressure. No cornerbacks applying any kind of QB pressure in this game whatsoever. I don't have a problem with it. Again, I've said this before, I'll say it again. You don't want to blitz your cornerbacks that much unless you have a team specifically built for it. So I kind of like the fact that we're able to get pressure without bringing our cornerbacks on a lot of blitzes. But the point remains, no QB pressures coming from the cornerback spot so far this game, and with the exception of the 49ers game, this whole season, actually. All right, safety. This is going to be a one and done. Jamal Adams picked up 2 QB pressures against the Jets, including the sack that broke the record for most sacks in a season by a defensive back. So 22 on the season now, which blows away my expectations, and it is conceivable that he will end up averaging somewhere around 3 QB pressures a game this year, which is pretty insane. I'm not even saying it's necessarily a good thing because we're blitzing him so much, but look, the dude missed a month of football and may very well lead the team in QB pressures. So I am going to give credit where credit is due, and clearly we need Jamal Adams to make a big impact in terms of his ability to get after the quarterback, or this team just doesn't have enough pass rush to get by. So yeah, Jamal Adams picked up 2 QB pressures against the Jets. No other safety did anything. That puts us at 139 after 13 games. So will we get to 150? Yes. Is that good enough given how many pass attempts we faced? No. But we are finally starting to face a normal number of pass attempts. So it is starting to get closer and closer to the level of acceptability. I mean, against the Jets, like I said, Darnold dropped back to pass about 30 times, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 QB pressures on him. That's not too bad. That's better than it was earlier this year. So my verdict on the pass rush in the Jets game, we all wanted something that was completely overpowering and broken against a team that bad, and it didn't happen. But especially without Carlos Dunlap, it seems like we've definitely taken some steps in the right direction. We're going to learn a lot about what we need to know when we play the Rams in a couple weeks, and when we play some of the elite offenses in the league, potentially like Tampa Bay and Green Bay and New Orleans with Breeze back in the playoffs. But I am encouraged by what I'm seeing in recent times from this pass rush against admittedly lesser teams. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Peace out. Go Hawks. We've almost made it to 150 for whatever it's worth. Come check out the streams later tonight. We'll be gaming during the Raiders-Chargers game. I'll be watching the game in the background. And yeah, peace out. Go Hawks.